Hey everyone, this is Ivan from Vintage Camera Lab, and today we're going to be looking at the Agfa B-2 Cadet. Now this Agfa B-2 Cadet was introduced in 1937 by German camera company Agfa. This camera was designed in Germany, but actually built in Binghamton, New York, because Agfa owned Ansco at the time, another American camera company. And they were actually known as Agfa-Ansco from 1928 to 1941. The reason why it stopped at 1941 is because the United States entered World War II. They seized all German operations, including the Ansco factory in Binghamton, and they basically, the government took control of Ansco away from Agfa. So let's dive right in and let's see what we got. So as is pretty common with box cameras of this era, you have two viewfinders. These types of cameras were meant to be shot at waist level. So you would hold this camera at waist level and you would look down into this particular viewfinder if you wanted to take a portrait-oriented photo, or you would rotate it and look at this viewfinder if you wanted to take a landscape-oriented photo. Now it's a pretty simple camera, so you only have two shutter speeds available to you. You have instant, which is about 1/60th of a second, give or take, and it can be tripped by this little shutter tab here. You can see that the shutter does not need to be cocked. It just kind of goes no matter what direction you move the tab in. The other shutter speed available to you is time, which means that you trip the shutter once and it will stay open until you trip the shutter a second time. And you do that by pulling out this little metal tab here. As you can see, if we trip the shutter, it'll stay open until we trip it again. Here's the film advanced knob. And in order to load and unload film, there's a little latch up here that you pop off, and then this whole thing comes down. And as you can see, there's a little sticker here, probably from 1937, or whenever this camera was manufactured, and it says use Agfa B2 film. Now B2 was Agfa's designation for 120 film, 120 size film. Which is why this particular camera is called the Agfa B2 Cadet. So in order to load film, you open the door, and then you pull out the film advance lever, and this whole thing pops out. And there's a spot for your spools. And then once you're done, you just load it back in, and then you press the winder in, and then you close the back. And there you go, ready to shoot. So this has been the Agfa B2 Cadet. If you want to learn more about this particular camera, there's a link in the description. You can find more photos information. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.